The Life of Prophet Muhammad, PBUH. In the sun-scorched city of Mecca, nestled among the rugged hills of the Arabian desert, a child was born in the year 570 CE. His name was Muhammad, and though his father Abdullah had died before he was born, the boy's early life was filled with the love of his mother Amina and the care of his grandfather Abdul Muttalib. Yet, the young Muhammad would soon face loss again, as his mother passed away when he was just 6 years old, followed shortly by his grandfather. Left an orphan, he was taken under the wing of his kind uncle, Abu Talib. As Muhammad grew, he became known throughout Mecca as Al-Amin, the trustworthy, for his honesty and integrity in all matters. Working as a shepherd and later as a merchant, he earned the respect of the people for his upright character. At the age of 25, he entered the service of a noblewoman named Khadijah. Impressed by his sincerity and ability, Khadijah soon proposed marriage, and together they built a loving family. Years passed, and Muhammad often withdrew to the solitude of the cave of Hira, seeking peace and reflection away from the turmoil of Meccan society. It was in this quiet refuge, at the age of 40, that his life took a divine turn. One night, the angel Gabriel appeared before him, filling the cave with a powerful presence. "Read," Gabriel commanded, and though Muhammad protested that he could not read, Gabriel repeated the command, revealing to him the first verses of what would become the Quran. Overwhelmed and trembling, Muhammad rushed home to Khadijah, who comforted him and became the first to believe in his prophethood. Slowly, he began to share the message with those closest to him, calling people to worship one God, to live righteously, and to care for the poor and oppressed. But as his following grew, so did the opposition. The powerful leaders of Mecca, seeing their authority threatened, began to persecute Muhammad and his followers, subjecting them to insults, boycotts, and even torture. The situation became so dire that some of the early Muslims fled to Abyssinia, seeking refuge under a just Christian king. Despite the hardships, Muhammad remained steadfast, guided by his unshakable faith. One night, as a sign of his unique role and mission, he experienced the miraculous night journey. Transported from Mecca to Jerusalem and then ascending through the heavens, he met with prophets of old and received instructions on the daily prayers that would become a pillar of Islam. Yet the persecution in Mecca did not cease. Finally, Muhammad and his followers made a momentous decision: to leave their homes behind and migrate to the city of Medina. This journey, known as the Hijra, marked the beginning of the Islamic calendar and the establishment of the first Muslim community. In Medina, Muhammad became not just a prophet, but a statesman and leader, uniting warring tribes and establishing a just society based on the principles of equality and compassion. For 10 years, Muhammad continued to spread the message of Islam, facing numerous challenges, including battles against the Quraysh. But through each trial, he remained patient and forgiving, setting an example for his followers. Finally, in the 8th year after the Hijra, he returned to Mecca not as a conqueror, but as a liberator. He entered the city peacefully, pardoned his former enemies, and cleansed the Kaaba of its idols, restoring it as a place of worship for the one God. In the year 632 CE, during his farewell pilgrimage, Muhammad delivered his final sermon, reminding his followers of the core tenets of faith: the equality of all humans, the rights of women, and the importance of unity and adherence to the Quran and his teachings. Shortly thereafter, he fell ill and passed away in Medina at the age of 63, leaving behind a legacy that transformed the world. Muhammad's life, marked by honesty, compassion, and an unwavering commitment to justice, continues to inspire millions today, guiding them with the same message of peace and submission to the will of God.